Hey folks, Keith with 93 Lumber coming back at you with another beer and a person.
A human being, another beer tuber, another beer tuber. What's up, Keith? Thanks for having me, and thanks for the beer, man.
Yeah, well, since he didn't want to say it, this is Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews.
I didn't realize that's what you're trying to get me to do. I'm Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews.
Yeah, so I'm doing all right. How are you? Good.
I'm doing okay. I always love this part of the video with anyone where we pretend we didn't just have this conversation before we started filming. Yeah. I'm a little under the weather, which is shocking to you to hear for the first time now. No, man, life's good. I'm with you. This is great. New Year's Day, we're filming this.
Yeah. How was your holidays?
Good, very low key, which I was okay with. How about you?
Same. Yeah. It was very uneventful, which was nice. Yeah.
I was okay with that.
Yeah. So today we are drinking. It's a Free Will beer. Mm-hmm. It is their Iceberg Theory. It's an Imperial Stout aged 2 years in a rum barrel with toasted coconut and lime zest. It is it's 15.2% alcohol by volume. And it is Raufius base. So Raufius is their Imperial Stout. So this is,
I'm excited, man. I've really enjoyed their stuff. And what a cool brewery, small lagers all the way up to, super adjuncted stouts and everything in between. Yeah.
Are you ready to open it?
Yeah. I watched your top beers of the year, and I saw that Free Will also made your top list.
Yeah. Yeah, that fucking... There were 2 beers on there. They were both lagers, but...
yeah.
The...
Well, it's definitely a dark beer.
Yeah. Dark. I'm not getting... Yeah. I get a little bit of brown, but very little.
Yeah, I had to get it right into the light off camera to get the brown. But yeah, you're right. There is some brown, but it's very dark. Pretty good carbonation, too. When I hold it to the light, you can actually see some bubbles. It's...
I don't have much of a head on mine.
I had some, and then it dissipated relatively quickly. It's just sticking to the glass. You can see the center's got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Want to see what it smells like?
Yeah.
I can already kind of smell it, but...
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Rum.
Yeah, I mean, it's not surprising. It reminds me of chocolate rum balls.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that could happen?
Chocolate rum. Yeah. The spirit is big, but it's not it's not, at least for me, it's kind of on the edge of being a little overwhelming, but it doesn't quite get there.
Mm-hmm. It's the first thing I get for sure, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's overwhelming. And I get the spirit, but I don't get a lot of barrel. I don't get oak or anything, but I do get a lot of rum specifically.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of coconut finally.
I'm getting something that could be coconut, but it could be barrel too. So I wouldn't specifically call it one or the other. It's just this kind of drying kind of I guess that would probably be the barrel, because I'm assuming they used they didn't throw the coconut shells in there. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. The barrel and then the alcohol itself are probably what's giving a little bit of that drying thing. Because there's definitely big, sweet aromas as well. I don't get the lime at all.
I was just gonna say, I think I get a little bit of like it's like, I don't know how to describe it, because it's like it doesn't come off like lime, but it's more of like, I guess it would be more of like a lime zest, but it's like if the zest was like, I don't know, like, it's not. Katie's throwing things.
I do get like a little bit of a cola thing, and I know cola can have like lemon or lime zest and things as ingredients. So maybe actually,
what you're saying makes more sense.
I'm wondering if it's just kind of so interwoven and everything else. It's just making me kind of go to cola, but partially because of the lime.
Yeah.
I think it smells really good too. I don't think we've commented on if we like it or not, but it smells good.
You wanna see what it tastes like?
Yes. Cheers, Keith. Thanks again, man.
Yeah. I feel like this is the most rum I've gotten in a beer, like, ever.
Yeah. Well, and it makes sense based on what it smelled like, Yeah. Yeah, you do get a lot in it. But like the same thing with the aroma, though. For me anyway, it's not too much. I know you and I have sometimes differing opinions about big barrel-aged stouts, but for me, it's not too much.
No, I don't think it's too much. I was just saying, I like rum, so I try to have rum barrel-aged stuff when I can. And usually it doesn't meet my expectations, but this is kind of like, going into it, I was kind of expecting it not meeting my expectations, but this kind of goes beyond my expectations.
That's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, no, that's good.
But like you said, it's not overwhelming. It's not too much.
I like the base beer in this a lot too, like the syrupy chocolate. I get a little bit of that coconut in the taste. And I'm going to stick with the cola thing too versus just straight lime zest.
Yeah. It's a very cola-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a rum and Coke. That's kind of actually what it reminds me of.
I wonder if that's what they were going for.
Did we just unearth something?
Did Hemingway like rum and Cokes or something?
Let me look that up. That's funny if it is. Cubre Libre cocktail, rum, Mexican Coke. There's a drink named after him called Hemingway Drinks, Cuba Libre. 2 ounces aged rum, 4 ounces Mexican Coke, half an ounce lime juice. We might have just figured something out here, Keith.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I only suggested that because of the way those things come across. Like it's not like a beer where you're getting adjuncts. It comes across as a cohesive thing.
Yeah.
Rather than I get the rum barrel. Oh, I get the coconut. Oh, I get the lime. Oh, I get
exactly. It's so well-rounded in a cohesive drinking experience. Yeah, I mean, I will be doing a couple more of their adjuncted beers, courtesy of you, the vanilla and the coffee. But the ones I've had already, I kind of think they're good at that, where sometimes beers like this need to age for a decent amount of time to feel like the flavors are melded. And I know this one, aged in rum barrels for 2 years. I don't know when the adjuncts were added, but they already, taste very much melded with the rest of the experience.
Yeah. Oh, and to answer, because in your unboxing video, you were like, oh, I saw a post about this beer the day before or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
they had it when I was down there. I think they were making that post to remind people that they had it or something.
Okay.
Or I don't know if they released it and then didn't make a post about it and they were just making it a post later on or something. So they had it when I picked up the Ralphius.
Okay. But it wasn't like, so if I'm understanding you correctly, this was part of their Ralphius release?
I think it was already out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It being the same base stout recipe got me wondering. But I guess, of course, this is aged for 2 years, so it'd be the year before most of this year's Ralphius releases.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the base Ralphius, or is that age 2 years?
I don't know. I don't think the I don't know if the base is 2 year or not. I think some of the double barrels are.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if the base or the coffee or the vanilla is 2 year. I don't know.
I got a little caramel that sip, which I hadn't been getting a lot of. It's also making me salivate, apparently.
Yeah. And I don't know if we said this because we were saying it's like a rum and coke kind of thing. But there is a bunch of chocolate in this. There's chocolate syrup. Oh, I think you might have mentioned it. Chocolate syrup, chocolate, maybe a little like cacao nib kind of thing going on.
Right, because I think it does have the level of sweetness like a chocolate syrup, but there is the cacao powder, the baker's chocolate. There's something a little bit more savory of a chocolate element as well. Yeah.
I have some tasting notes pulled up here. So now that we've tasted it and whatever, it says notes of molasses, rich milk chocolate, vanilla, and coconut, of course, with a late tinge of citrus tartness.
That doesn't say rum and coke. In the aftertaste, maybe a little bit of lime zestiness, but yeah, I definitely do not pick that up while I'm sipping it in the liquid part.
Yeah, because I think, like we've both said so far, that it's more of a cohesive thing where it comes off like a cola kind of thing.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of molasses, I guess. A little bit.
No, I think that's fair. Yeah. They like molasses, brown bread kind of a thing, dark bread. And as we're saying some of this stuff out loud, it does seem sometimes this stuff is not compatible. Like I wouldn't want to put chocolate syrup on brown bread, but like it is a cohesive drinking experience. So it all works really well together. But some of these notes sound like they wouldn't necessarily pair the best together. But yeah, it really works.
Yeah. I like it. Is it on your list for top 10 next year?
Well, I tell you what, right now it is definitely top 10 because we're reviewing it the first day of the year. So the only beer I've had this year so far. So yes, this is number one. You've heard it here first, everyone.
Nice.
It is really good though, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit more coconut, that swig.
Yeah. Is yours cold or not cold, but is yours, because I didn't put mine in the fridge. I did put it in the fridge, but I put it in for like an hour before we did this. Okay. But I had it out of the fridge. So mine is kind of basically room temperature right now. Mine's
got to be, all things considered, around 60 degrees. My cellar's about 60 degrees right now, but I had it I put it in the stout fridge, I don't know, 2 hours ago, which is set at 55 degrees. But I took this out, 30 minutes ago? So I don't know. It's got to be around 60 degrees.
Yeah. It's good. I like it.
It is. It's, you know what is nice about this is It tastes good, which I would say is the most important part. But it's a little interesting. It's a little different in a good way. And again, it works. It's cohesive. So it kind of like piques my interest, not like a paint by numbers. I do like a lot of barrel-aged stouts. And this one is just different enough that's keeping me interested. But it's not so different that I'm like, yeah, but I don't want these flavors together,
Yeah. 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 Free Will does, well, as you know, Free Will does a lot of cool stuff as far as like well, I think you said it before, like from like low ABV lagers to like huge adjunct barrel aged stouts. Like they're kind of crazy. It's kind of like and the consistency of like how like because you could get breweries that do like a really good low ABV lager and a really good like barrel aged stout or whatever, but like to have the consistency of how good everything is from going up and down the spectrum of beers, it's pretty impressive.
It is. No, it is. It is.
I don't want to talk too much hype about it because I want nobody to know that they exist so that I can just...
It is funny, right? Like trying to like keep too much praise on a brewery you like because you want other people to know how good it is. Yeah. No, I get that. But it's funny because it seems like quite a few of us who've had their stuff have kind of talked how good it is. So I think we are hyping them up a little bit in a good way. Yeah.
All right. So do you have any final thoughts? I think we said most final thoughts, but I figured I'd ask just in case.
No, in terms of the beer, I feel good with what we said in our notes and assessment of it's really good and it's different in a good way. And thanks again for the beer and having me on your channel, Keith. I really appreciate it. Kyle at No Hype Beer Reviews.
Yeah, I'll put his stuff down in the description. You can... I mean, if you're watching this, you're on my YouTube channel already, so you should subscribe. And then the only other thing I have is Instagram, so you can go follow me at 93 Lumber on Instagram.
Spelled out.
Sorry, I forgot that part. I get a little overwhelmed when other people are around. So yeah. I'll put. Oh, jeez, I did it right, except for the last time.
Now I'm getting nervous. I haven't done it yet. There we go.
I'll put Kyle's stuff down in the description, so you should check him out. And if you haven't already, and thanks for hanging out, Kyle. And
thanks, everybody. Keith.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.